Welcome to the Tenants Advice Team Q&A. We ask some members of our team some of the most commonly asked questions that we hear on a daily basis. Enjoy! Okay, so what would you say is one of the most common questions tenants come to you with?
Issues with severe damp and mould.
The most common is generally damp and mould.
Probably leaks in the property, whether from the roof or from like baths, usually leaks.
What would you recommend tenants do as soon as they notice an issue in the property?
First thing to do, always, is to report it to your landlord.
Firstly, find the contact information for your landlord. If you do have an online portal, submit the request to your landlord in writing or even by email. All landlords, meaning councils and housing associations, contact information is readily available online. Lastly, contact them via telephone, ensure that they have a log of it.
What would you say is the biggest mistake you hear that tenants make?
Not reporting the issue quick enough and expecting their housing provider just to know about the issues.
Leaving the issue unaddressed.
Reporting it to somebody verbally. So, for example, somebody that comes into their property and there's not actually any record of this.
What would you say is something that tenants shouldn't be ignoring in the home?
Mould.
The start of any sort of repair, really any issue, you don't want to leave it.
Any issues, right the way from sort of squeaky taps all the way up to the worst of roof leaks.
When would you recommend a tenant to look for extra support?
After the issues have been reported several times and unfortunately they've had no response or acknowledgement from their housing provider, then I would seek extra support.
If you feel like the landlord's not responded properly, then look for extra support.
I would say when you're feeling that your landlord's not listening to you or dealing with it in a reasonable time frame and you're still being affected day in, day out of these constant issues.
So what would you advise tenants who have been suffering with issues for months?
You should call us.
Call us.
You could give us a call.
Call us.
Biased answer. Contact Tenants Advice. Thanks a lot.